Hi, this is Nolan from Benchmark, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to turn on and off different constellations within FieldGenius for your GNSS receiver. So this is particularly important if you plan to use your receiver with an older radio like the Pacific Crest ADL or PDL, or you're trying to use an older radio protocol like TrimTalk 1 or PC1, something like that. These radio frequencies and radio channels are actually too small to carry all the different messages on the constellations, and that results in the message getting cut off. And when it reaches these older receivers, or even your newer receivers, it confuses the receiver, and the receiver can't make anything of this message that it's been sent. So what I'm going to do to begin here is I'm going to open up FieldGenius, and I've already connected to one of our Hemisphere S631 receivers. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to head over to that receiver and little satellite button on the right side of the panel above known position and below PDOP. And this satellite icon is also present on your rover, but it is more important to be turning these on and off on your base. The rover will compensate with the messages that it gets from the base. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this, and then it's going to open up my satellite plot here. And you can see here that my GPS, my BDS, my Galileo, and my GLONASS satellites are all active, and you can tell that because those satellites are colored in. When they're solid like that, that means the receiver can use them in a solution. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go to satellite setup there in the bottom middle. And when I click that, it's going to open up my satellite setup menu here. And you can see that I have GLONASS, Galileo, BDS, which is the Beidou constellation, all checked, and then the SBAS one is unchecked. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off BDS because the new Beidou satellites, and if you haven't seen my video comparing the difference between the 321 and the 631, I go into a bit more detail on why this is the case there. But the new Beidou constellations put out a lot of information that these older message types tend to get overwhelmed by. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off by unchecking it, and then I'm going to hit OK there at the bottom, and this is going to program my receiver. And you can see when I return to the map screen here, the red circles that were previously colored in denoting the Beidou constellation are now whited out, showing that my receiver is not using them. And please keep in mind, if you turn off satellite signals, you're going to reduce the performance of your receiver. It has less information to solve that RTK equation with. And if I wanted to turn on the satellite constellation after turning it off, it's the same thing. I would go into the satellite setup and check the box there. And that is all for today's video. And if you have a moment, I would please ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel. It really does help us out, and it helps us keep making these videos for you guys. And if you have any questions about anything you've seen in today's video, whether that be about FieldGenius or the Hemisphere S631, please give us a call at 1-888-286-3204, or you can visit us on the web at bench-mark.ca.